Hi, I'm Daisy Beau Dutoit, and I'm doing a PhD in the craft of content creation at the Kingston School of Art. And so my work is looking at how content creation is a craft in itself by speaking to crafters who make content. We hosted a really interesting session that tried to disrupt the normal conference or congress environment, where we, instead of us sitting there as a panel who hold the knowledge, trying to tell people what we know, instead we wanted to share an element of our work, and there were various researchers on the panel who work in the world of craft. Some are crafters, some are craft explorers or craft curious. And then what we did is we shared an element of our research and then invited the audience to then make in response or in reaction to what we spoke about. So essentially the session was about coming together as a community and interrogating making and craft together.
And what do you hope the participants learnt or experienced during the workshop?
One of the things that was interesting about the workshop is that we wanted the participants to feel the feeling of making, and then we had the opportunity to do a plenary session about 24 hours after, which meant that we were able to ask the participants whether they thought that the act of making in the workshop was what was valuable, or whether the objects that they made was valuable. And the reason this is significant is because in higher education, even though we have practice-based research, you often find that at the end of the day, the thing that's being marked or read is the text, is the submitted text, where you may have done the practice and you may have had an exhibition, you may have made things. It's always kind of secondary because academia seems to be built still primarily for a text-based space. So by getting the participants to embody the feeling of making, we wanted them to know whether it was the making that was important or whether it was the thing that they made. And then obviously there were other elements to our workshop about giving up ownership of the thing that you make and working collaboratively. So it was quite exciting actually.